What's up, Warriors? It's Goku. Welcome back to some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And we are finally going into this trial, the second to last trial, I believe people have told me. And we are going to solve the mystery, who I assume at this point, I'm pretty sure it's pretty basic ass knowledge, about Mukuro Ikusaba. Who I believe is the one, not the killer, but the one who got killed. So, without further ado, it is time for us to hop in and see what we can do here. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure out that by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here. Now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? We all agree it's a violation. I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around and looked. I'm here. And no rule's been broken. Kyoko! You're still alive? No, it's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost! I told you stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped onto the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor? There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. It took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get into trouble with Monokuma. We can go over the trial. We can go over the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. You guys, this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. Or her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. All right. And the door slid shut. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine even ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Ew, this place looks disgusting. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. Oh, here we go again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little. Effective. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it for now. Yep. Imagine you can go into this game again and then, like, get all that. Luckily for me, I only have to read Makoto's thoughts here and the end of the trial and everything, so. Let's do this. All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yay!
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Oh, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god.
Limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Oh my god, we're actually doing this.
Compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Her gloves.
I'm talking about
Her
gloves.
piercing gaze.
They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. If I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. This is actually part of it. We're doing this just because of Yasuhiro's idiocy. This is actually happening, and I'm actually really upset about that. This is actually happening. Unbelievable.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
This is actually happening.
Her body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
Oh, eat my ass.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
It really is. I agree, Byakuya. I had it, but
Okay, then prove the dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
I love how you can also legitimately hear Toko's like, just like, oh my god, this is actually happening right now. Also, I hit the wrong button. I meant to triangle on one of them.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Or anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, tattoo on the right hand. I imagine that's the right one.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
because that identifies the body.
who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
I forgot what body it was! God. I for some reason thought it was circle like an idiot.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh, Toko.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Toko's a very interesting character altogether.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the other information we have, what her, the profile, I think.
I got it!
I got it!
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh god, what are we doing now? Oh no, the Hangman's Gambit. Oh wait, no, this one's not bad. I'm dumb. Oh, it's Wolf. Okay. Alright, so now I just need an F.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Well, bam.
The Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Loki banged a giant?
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a true last trial?
Clearly, she was not the mastermind.
It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After
She's
all,
the
looking at her
ultimate
profile,
soldier.
I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Rip!
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Oh damn! Okay, don't try to prove her wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects: Toko and Genocide Jack. Koto and Kyoko. I got it!
We've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but What time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock. I got
The
it.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove that the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Make your argument. Sprinklers exploded. Body analysis. Fragments near the dead body.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yep, and Mukuro doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Oh, maybe that's why the sprinklers are a thing. Okay. Get back. The corpse was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Aha! I was right! Yeah! Big Brain Boy! Big Brain Boy strikes again!
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent...
Oh my god! This girl, I swear.
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What is wrong with her?
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I'm trying! I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence. That should do it. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Oh, are you kidding me? We're doing a final battle with her?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
No! What the hell are you talking about?
I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
How can you say it wasn't?
This should prove it.
This should prove it. Bitch. Try me again. They want to beat your ass.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Easy.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What?
So sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
Why?
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just
That's...
like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
Are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
You fucking bitch.
Sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something? That... Why am I helping this? I imagine she's referring to the tarp, though. Wait. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want to, though!
about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Excuse? Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. I guess I'm in a battle of wits with Kyoko now, apparently.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
All right, purple is things I can shoot for him.
The tarp was only dirty on one side because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Ninja Idea Bianca even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting any blood on us.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty is
Ah,
because the
oh,
sprinkler
wow,
got
okay.
that side wet.
But the underside, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Yay! I got big brain.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? Blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, one of the chickens! Oh, sad life. Chicken!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Oh my
I
god.
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait.
Well, no.
No. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, Wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Either this is factual information or she's pulling a lot of BS out of her ass and it's working well.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook.
Looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
That's a bit of a stretch.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Oh no.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
No, you didn't. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
That's a big percentage. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
Ah.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
No, I didn't.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So
That sounds like a good thing to show. Oh, I missed.
You took
Oh, I missed.
and killed her with it.
Stab, stab. How am I missing these? This is wild right now. All right, well, I'm pretty sure I know which one it is.
We found lodged in...
It's the same one we gave to...
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
no.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
What? The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down to everyone to see. Oh, the Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
And the knife,
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the
I forgot about Toko.
Same thing.
No!
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
oh hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown
Oh my god.
particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Alright, well, at least she admits she's an idiot.
Makoto, tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Only one explanation I could think of for the explosion. Oh!
I got it!
I got it!
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Take that, bitch!
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Wasn't there like another wound that she got? Like her head or something?
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't only because of the knife, right? And
Idiot.
There's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
Alright, so...
countless wounds across her entire body.
Bullshit! Alright, so either it's the thing Byakuya said or the thing Yasuhiro said.
Then shall we continue the debate?
I'm never really 100% certain.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Alright, so yeah, we're absorbing that, taking that.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah, we know it's not that. So I'm assuming we're destroying... It's either we're destroying what Byakuya says there, or we're destroying Yasuhiro.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, so it's the other way around. All right, good to know. Good to know.
Shoot!
Okay, so it's what Byakuya said that we need to shoot at.
Continue the
Debate. The victims.
Okay, so I need to get to...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you because there's only one other.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was.
All right, we got it now. We're good.
Victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
We got it now. We're good.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Fatal injury has yet.
Got it.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Wait a minute. Yeah, if that's Mukuro, and she has those nails, and there were multiple injuries to the body that apparently happened prior.
okay.
My brain just had a brain blast.
Her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Wait, what?
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh.
I got it!
I got it!
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something,
Big brain.
and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Bam.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right! I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, but there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. So we're talking about the weapon. The only other thing that was associated with it was the duct tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Wait! Got it. All right, we're good.
It's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
Oh, clever, clever.
Similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. We put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
She has so much more confidence, Toko, when she's actually like being able to like act smart. Like she acts so much more confident.
It was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Uh-oh.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? Must be connected to that dojo locker. Oh, the, I'm kind of waiting for him to be like an upset. I got it.
Right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
So either she actually is the murderer, or someone planted it in there.
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
Because Monokuma also did mention he wanted revenge. I don't know if it was just for the scar thing, but I feel like Monokuma wanted more revenge than just that. So I'm assuming he definitely had a lot to do with this.
All proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
Oh, so he did remember.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Oh no, this is gonna get really heart-wrenching, isn't it? And does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
Enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Oh boy, things are happening here.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke.
What do you exactly? I'm not the killer.
Oh.
You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
So yeah, I'm not saying Byakuya did it, but then that definitely means someone planted it in her room. That's for sure.
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer, or is it something else? Is there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Okay, so yeah, Monokuma probably did something, or the Mastermind definitely made this happen. The Mastermind's trapped. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I feel like this is a good place to not stop the video, but to save like maybe on an extra slot. What should I... The Mastermind's trapped? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trapped. If you spend all your life trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here, right now, whether... Oh, God. Run away! Alright, so real quick, I actually am aware, because I looked at some stuff with like trophies and everything about the game to see if I would ever like miss anything. Apparently, this is an end. You can do an alternate ending for this, which will, if you pursue, I think if, I'm assuming this is where it comes in, where if you pursue a lie, you can get a bad ending, which they mentioned. So I think just for this, but I think what they do, if you do the bad ending regardless, it'll bring you right back to this point here, as if like it never even happened. So just for the sake of showing it off.
Hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Oh, okay. This is scary. Kyoko's account. Oh, right. She told me. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to shoot something that she says.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
It's probably that one. Just wanted to look at all of them real quick.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
I am so smart! Thankfully we saved, though. Just in case. But from what I've been told by my friend...
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room.
From what I've been told by my friend, they did it without spoilers and everything. You can get an ending, and then it'll bring me back to where you can make that decision again. So, yeah. Here we go.
You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Oh, wait. Well, is that how she got... I don't know. How did she get the tool?
Kyoko
I forgot.
From the headmaster's room.
That's right.
Lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Oh, music's going quiet.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Oh, yep, and now he's cutting in, because so now he's like, all right, I got him. Time to make that vote.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
He's gonna let us vote though, right? Okay, I was about to say, what the... So yeah, this will apparently be the bad ending to the game. So I thought I would at least put it in here. I wanted to at least check out the thing. Trophy won't pop because I don't have those notifications on. Unfortunate. Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Just sitting at a school desk. Oh, she's gonna get crushed. Fair enough. Seems like a kind of a lackluster execution in my personal opinion. Only certain ones have been like decent so far. Is she like trying to hold in, like not getting scared or something? Yeah, she's definitely holding it in. Oh, and dead. She really wanted to hold in that she wouldn't get scared. I'm assuming that's why her face was turning purple and everything. She was like, I can't let it out. I can't let people know I'm getting scared. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial, and in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that was over, there was never a single murder at Host Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What? Oh, hell! Peace, but only inside the school. Wait a second. So, Hina got plowed 3 times? Or is... What happened to Toko? Is she dead? Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Ah, yeah, we're back. All right, cool. Huh?
Why are you staring off into space? Don't you feel a bubble for Kyoko's
That's
claim?
awesome. All right. Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not to... Or not? I imagine now it's not going to give me the choice, right? We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? She's not wrong. I have to think about this carefully. What do I do? I have to decide right now. No, we are going to let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
So, regardless if that was planted or not, or if Kyoko herself put it there, no, because she was like, that was in my room? So yeah, Monokuma or the mastermind planted that in the room.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Oh, it was art. Now, I know he's about to point it at me. I can already see that happening. But he was with me in the room before I even grabbed it. So I'm guessing he just didn't notice it laying there on the table.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Uh-oh.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Oh, he still does that?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Oh, so regardless, he was gonna make that happen at least.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Oh no, they're all gonna vote me! Now I'm the one who dies, so I get to play as Kyoko now? I messed up somewhere, though. Did it just give me a straight A through all of it? I actually wasn't paying attention. I thought I saw a B in there, but if it was all A's, I'm all for it.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Dreadfully wrong, because I forget the feeling they're all gonna vote for me.
Hold on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh no. Especially with how Makoto's acting, it's definitely gonna be... Oh god! So wait, do I get the same execution as Kyoko did? That'd be unfortunate. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Thanks, Toko. Everyone, you're wrong! You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job? Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. But wait, why do I... Oh yeah, she ain't happy about this.
I
Kyoko!
expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Now here's the difference. I get, since we saw Kyoko's punishment, we were like, she really tried to hold it in. I don't think Makoto's gonna hold it in. He is an absolute bitch. Game over. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. But yeah, so he's definitely... It's the same execution, okay. This man's even sitting the exact same way Kyoko did. Oh no. I couldn't even read what that thing said. Crunch. Crunch. This is literally everything. All of this is the same, just swapped with Makoto, who's probably like trembling in fear right now. This man's doing the exact same thing Kyoko did. Let's see if he changes his expression, though. Oh. Oh my god, is that Chihiro / alter ego? But brace yourself or something! Makoto! Oh my god, did alter ego just come back to life and save me? Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter ego. Alter ego? Just some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that? What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. That stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the whole world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what is the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Oh, the massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. What the hell is happening? Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? Woke up with my head resting on top of the hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. This is literally the beginning of the game. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Okay, there we go. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body starting to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Also, I gotta admit real quick, Makoto handled that execution pretty damn well. Obviously, his face was getting blue and everything like, yep, I'm gonna die, but I'm not gonna look like a bitch. He did good. I'll give him props. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find yourself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. I just realized, why didn't Alter Ego do that for Kyoko? I guess I'm just that special. They were like, man, fuck Kyoko. We're going straight for Makoto here. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for any way out of here. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Is that an airplane? Yeah, is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Okay. Obviously, I would look at Miss Captain Obvious door over there, but that's a rocket and a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Alright, I guess the last thing to do is just go up to the door. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna, be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in at all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was lead to the gods. Oh. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. After not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. A crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Oh, you kind of got some stuff on you. But I think it's Kyoko! You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. That really hit the spot. And I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come rescue me? To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even then I knew I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory? Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up. I was trapped here. I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it's a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen? Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others. I know I never asked you for your help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all the investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for, was the ultimate detective. Bam! Definitely was ultimate detective kind of girl. The ultimate detective? And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy? There was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
so
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Oh.
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost. Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear. There's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right? That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map? It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would most likely hold more clues, so I went to check. And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there then. But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I did not kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I could say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed? I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. Alright, so yes. Back to what I was saying because I said I had a brain blast in one of the previous episodes. I think it was just the last one. But, I mentioned that, like, that Mukuro had those fake fingernails that only Junko had at the beginning of the story from when I looked back at my live stream, my very first one. And not to mention, there were multiple multiple wounds. It didn't say stab, but I'm assuming they're stab. There are multiple wounds, which I assume are stab wounds from the death of Junko, or I guess in this case, Mukuro. So I'm assuming Mukuro was actually cosplaying as Junko, and then I'm assuming that means we'll just say Headmaster was the one who like dragged out the body, set up all the stuff, and made it look like Kyoko or Makoto did it. Mostly Kyoko, though. But yeah, so Mukuro was Junko at the beginning of the story. Theory, I'm not saying it's factual, I don't know yet. But, got the multiple stab wounds at the very beginning. Was like, oh, I'm dead. And literally did die, or if not... Well, no, I actually imagine that Mukuro was dead at that point. I'm going to assume Mukuro was fully... I'm going to at least assume fully dead. Because I don't know how you could fake a death like that unless... I mean, it's anime for one, but I'm still going to assume she didn't die right there. So I would say most likely that Mukuro was dead then, and then the mastermind brought out everything. Who, I'll just say right now, who I assume is the actual Junko. Who is actually the ultimate despair, not Mukuro. And set up everything so she could get Kyoko to get eliminated and all that stuff, so... There you go. There's my theory. That was the point of the class trial. Like, once you get the connection with Mukuro with the fake nails cosplaying technically as Junko in the beginning of the game, then it kind of all comes full circle there. So I feel like that's... Now, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's 100% certain, but I'm pretty confident that that's what it is. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations? Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't tell me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... So them right there, they were planning to get me killed there. They were planning to kill me and make me the victim. So that way they could get rid of me and Kyoko, who, in my personal opinion, are the two best detectives in this school. Because they're always the one who technically ends up solving the cases and stuff. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this, which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw that what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their number was disguised, and their murder was disguised, excuse me. And the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right? You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean? It means that the mastermind is one of those who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out what the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate of despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Okay, then that definitely makes me think it's Junko. Not only just due to the fact that I have friends that like Danganronpa, and they told me like, yo, this girl's all about despair. I'm like, dope. It honestly wasn't even that. It was mostly just due to the fact that like, when you also look at like all the evidence and stuff, it kind of makes sense that Junko would be the one in charge of all this.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever is responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair? That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Indeed.
Then make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100-Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. The end. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no one died. That's right. I forgot. To be continued. All right, well, honestly, the trial itself... Oh, from the trash pile. Clever. But, so yeah, it does make... Let's go back to this one. I just wanted to use that one just in case. But all right, so yeah, this will be a good stopping point here. The trial itself actually was really short. I'm surprised it was only like an hour, if not a little shorter than that. But not to mention the rest of this stuff actually made it feel like it was a little longer. But I think that was, I'd only added like an extra 30 minutes and so that wasn't that bad either. But this is going to be a good stopping point here. So everyone, if you all did enjoy the class trial of Kyoko, Mukuro, excuse me, then be sure to hit that like button. I made sure to also put in Kyoko's death in there as well, just in case, because I'm sure everyone wanted to do that. Wanted me to probably do that, so I decided to make sure to look up that trophy, how to do that at least. So I was like, all right, dope. So yeah, we did that. We got the bad ending, and now we're going back trying to get the true or good ending, whatever the hell it's gonna be. And then we can finally move on and go on to the final chapter of this game, which is going to be exciting. So like I said, if y'all are hyped for it, if y'all did enjoy this episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Comment your thoughts down below on my theory. Those of you, at this point, let me know if I'm right on my theory, if I'm on the right track. If you don't want to spoil it too badly for me, say I'm on the right track of things with my theory with Junko and everything, and Mukuro. And, of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, the content that you see, we are going to be doing some more Danganronpa in the future. I'm trying to make sure we can grind this out so we can finally finish this one, because it's actually getting really good. So be sure to hit that sub button, because we are going to be doing some more Danganronpa. And we've been doing really well with the sub goals, and I can't thank you all enough for it. So with all that being said, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Farewell.
Danganronpa.